What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Huddle. I'm here with my boy
Christian Roddy
and my boy.
Jesse Vasson.
That was weird, but yeah. So yeah, tell them a little bit about your week, bro.
It's a great week. Thank y'all for tuning in after that great Super Bowl where the Kansas City Chiefs had to, handle the business.
That's crazy.
So obviously it's a good week for me. We played a good amount of golf. I played like absolute dog trash. Saw Rihanna, do her thing, and yeah.
Nice.
I feel like I'm missing something huge that happened during this week, but I guess maybe when you fill in yours, I might remember.
Yeah. No, definitely went golfing. Obviously watched the Super Bowl. We hooped a little bit. You know how to get into my bag a little bit. You feel me? I didn't even say that y'all was busting y'all ass. You just immediately started shaking his head. Anyways, we hooped. Got some new merch in. The Huddle hat. Fire, right? Hustle and then Huddle. Y'all can't. It's heat, baby. And then what else? I think that was it. Didn't really do too much other stuff.
Damn.
That was literally it. Just golf and basketball and Super Bowl.
Oh, and we saw Ant-Man.
Oh, and we saw Ant-Man early, too. We saw it on the premiere on the 15th.
Yes.
Before anyone saw it. Well, not before anyone, but before a majority of the world saw it.
Yeah. That was kind of cool. Like, they had, spots reserved and said, for, media and shit. I was like,
yeah, I know. That was kind of cool. It was, VIP spots and then, separate entrance. And I was like, damn, this is kind of cool.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
What?
The dude that got us the tickets.
Uh-huh.
Cool dude. He's a cool dude.
He seemed like a nice guy.
Cool, nice guy. He does vigilante stuff on the side.
Oh, wait, facts?
Facts.
Y'all said that it looks like they might?
Nah, it's for real. You ever seen Kick-Ass? The movie Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
That's basically what.
Bro, that's how he has the Marvel plug. He real life out there.
You're not wrong. I'm not even playing. Forgot what his superhero. I forgot what it is. I think it's.
Bro, you're kidding me.
I forgot what it is.
So he's just out there doing citizen arrest?
Just walking around downtown, bro.
No way. I can't imagine. Just someone shoplifting and he's just like, hey.
Wow, just hit him with my meme.
That reminds me of the memes of Batman when someone's just selling a little bit of dope and Batman's beating the shit out of him.
Starts drowning him underneath the water. It says no
For
diving.
a petty crime.
It's no diving, and then he pops book out of the water, and it's Batman. And he's strangling him.
No way, dude.
But yeah, dude's super cool, bro. So
he's a super nice guy.
He's also a superhero.
No, I can't believe that.
But yeah, I mean,
wait. So how'd you figure that out?
I peeped his Instagram, so. Yeah,
is that what he's in there training for?
That's what he's training for, bro. He's really training out there to go do some vigilante work. Him and his homies, so they all got superhero names. Yeah, so I know. Hey. If you do that, more power to you.
What's his background? Is he prior law enforcement, prior military?
I don't know. I think he was giving me military vibes, but now that I took a step back, I don't think he was. I think he's just a good citizen.
Oh no!
What was Batman? No. Batman wasn't none of that.
That man was. All right, that's
he's
a comic
Bruce Wayne.
book here. That's a billionaire that was trained.
There's Bruce Wayne. What about Tony Stark?
It's a billionaire that was trained.
That motherfucker wasn't training. Hey. I ain't never seen one episode of Tony Stark training, bro.
He boxed.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
And he's in a suit of armor.
About Ant-Man?
I'm not a man with a cape
Ant-Man?
walking downtown.
Ant-Man ain't trained for nothing.
He got superpowers for real.
I mean, he really don't. He got a suit that does it for him.
The transferring stuff. Hey. Still, he doing something. He getting big, he getting small.
The only reason why he able to knock people out is because he goes from an ant to a dude.
The momentum.
Yeah, so it's just mad momentum of him just beating people up. So, but yeah, they on their Bruce Wayne shit out there.
They gonna get hurt. They gonna get hurt.
Hey, I pray for him. So, because I'm trying to go to another premiere. So
true.
So shout out to him. So that was tight.
People out there trying to do the right thing in the world.
Yeah. So I mean. I guess if we're on the topic of superheroes, how did you like Ant-Man?
That was there's that emotion after you're done with the movie where you're like, you were entertained, so you're like, that was good. But there was multiple throughout when I was like, I don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. And after marinating on a little bit, that was the second worst Marvel movie I've probably seen.
Damn, second worst? Mm-hmm. So what'd you get it at a 1 out of 10?
I think I landed with like a 6.5.
Damn. You know it's got the worst score on Rotten Tomatoes?
Second worst.
Second worst.
Yeah.
Next
50.
to Eternals.
Yeah, they got like a
But I think it's still
56%.
dropping.
It's still dropping. Well,
No,
yeah,
it's 48.
It's 48 now?
Yeah.
It's still dropping.
I think it's the worst.
Woo!
Which is crazy because I don't think it was that bad to get the worst.
It definitely had good moments. So like it had good moments and it had really bad moments. That's why it's like a 6.5 for me. Because the bad moments were like 4 moments, but then they had good like 8 moments.
Because I felt like the Doctor Strange movie was worse than that.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah.
Nah.
I felt like that was trash. Like I just didn't like the whole like scary Scarlet Witch fake horror movie vibe.
That was trash.
That was the whole movie though.
That was trash.
So that was giving me like.
But that wasn't as bad as.
That gives me 6.
But look at me. I am a dick. Well, sorry, spoilers.
Like Thor: Love and Thunder, bro, was worse than that.
Oh yeah, I say Thor: Love and Thunder is my worst Marvel movie.
That's a fact. Thor: Love and Thunder was garbage, bro.
Again,
honestly, like
because of the potential. I love Christian Bale. I've read parts of the like Gore the God Butcher in the actual comics.
Yeah.
And did I say Thor was like my favorite hero? Or I just like
that.
So Thor's like one of my favorite heroes out of the Marvel universe, and you just get this shitty version of Thor. You get the shitty version of Christian Bale playing Gore the God Butcher, and like. I don't know, just all this mythology stuff just turned to shit at the end.
Yeah, no, that one by far was the worst movie. The worst Marvel movie that they came out with was that one for sure.
Yeah, like you could say Eternals is boring and long, but like
Eternals was still had good like
it had good content, good story building.
Yeah,
like,
good movie. It wasn't like a great Marvel movie.
No,
but it was still like a good movie.
There weren't these cringy ass moments where I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Like they had dry humor, which is pretty funny. Like dry humor is funny, but like if you're doing like Thor: Love and Thunder humor, miss me with that shit, bro.
No.
Miss me with all that.
They're calling it like forced humor.
Yeah, forced humor. Like you're doing too much, bro. Like that first opening scene, I remember just looking at you like, bro, what the fuck are we watching? But yeah, so I'd say I'd give it like a solid 7. Solid 7. It wasn't the worst because I think Doctor Strange was worse than that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Because I feel like there wasn't anything good about Doctor Strange that I liked realistically. Like nothing in Doctor Strange I was like, damn, that was tight.
And it had a lot of potential too.
And it had so much potential.
That's what hurts it.
And that's why I'm like, nothing. Like, if you can give me one good scene from Doctor Strange, like right now, I'll be like, all right.
I did enjoy the Scarlet Witch piecing up the Illuminati.
That wasn't.
It was too quick and it was overhyped, but I did enjoy it a little bit.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like it was just hella quick. Like,
yeah.
I'd much rather watch Kang fuck up like some ants than that.
Yeah, again, spoilers. Kang versus Ant-Man.
That was
fight,
one of the best. That was a dog fight, bro.
That was the best part of the movie.
What's it? Jonathan
Majors?
Jonathan Majors, bro, did a great job as Kang. I think he did an amazing job as Kang. And I thought that fight was just gangster.
Like, when we initially walked out, because that was one of the last scenes you get in the movie,
yeah,
I was thinking 8, because that scene was still in my mind.
That scene was so fire.
And his shit talking during that was
fire.
Was good, too.
You ain't
but,
shit.
Yeah. But we have a Marvel fanatic as a producer. So, Jesse, what did you give it?
It was a 4.
A 4?
It's dog shit. It was horrible.
Oh my god, bro!
All right.
Marvel's not special.
God, go back to being quiet, bro. Just calm down. So then, so do you think Thor: Love and Thunder was better?
They're both bad.
But if you had to pick one,
if I was forced to watch one, I'd probably watch Thor.
No way, bro.
Probably.
No,
I just didn't feel
just nothing in
that
Thor just felt like I was watching a good like Marvel movie.
You're right.
Not even the last fight scene, like not even the climatic fight scene because they had the kids getting superpowers.
The kids is the same feeling I had with the ants.
But that's way less though.
Yeah, but it's like It's like, why are we? I just genuinely don't know what the fuck they're doing right now.
Because like the kids, like some chick is using a teddy bear as a weapon.
Yeah.
At least you get a cyborg ant
I guess.
and like a war of people that are still dying.
Marvel has lost its magic for me.
Because he still kills like a gang of people. Like it was a gang of people that are coming at him. Yeah. This motherfucker can't kill a couple kids. Not one kid died.
Not one.
Why?
He doesn't
that
kill.
should-
Does he kill? He only kills one person on camera that whole movie.
Yeah, does it?
Gore the God Butcher. Supposed to be
Trash.
a dog.
No, that again, Ant-Man is better than Thor.
Nah, yeah.
I was thinking about it. We used to get banger after banger after banger after banger. Not even just the Avengers movies, but it was like Captain America: Civil War or Captain America: Winter Soldier, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Black Panther.
No, yeah. All bangers. All bangers.
Infinity War.
All bangers.
It's like you knew that you were when you were going.
You were
to
gonna
watch
get some
movies,
heat.
You were gonna get some heat.
Some heat. You were gonna be like, damn, that was a good ass movie.
Yes.
Now it's just
I feel
like I legit regret going to see Thor, bro. Like I feel like I wasted like 2 hours of my life, and I was like, bro, I don't know why I came here for this.
That's something I could have watched at home.
Oh God,
on Disney Plus.
On Disney
when
Plus
I
for
had
free.
nothing else to do
and
that night.
still would have been pissed.
Yeah, when I had nothing else to do, it's like really late. Blah blah blah. Not making time out of my weekend to go to a movies.
Nah, hell
You
no.
know.
And what's crazy too is like that's how I felt with Doctor Strange. Like Doctor Strange, like the only cool part that I found that was dope was him fighting himself. That was the only cool part that I really
That
fucked
was
with.
pretty cool.
The rest of it was just
It was so different. I think that's just why I was slightly entertained. It's like it was so not on script of Marvel, and like you didn't know what you were gonna get kind of next. Doesn't mean it was good. I'm just saying it was different.
it literally goes Thor, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man,
Ant-Man?
Black Panther. From like the movies that came out.
Black Panther 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the movies that came out after Endgame.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Namor.
Really? I think he played a good job.
I can't tell if I don't like the character if I didn't like that guy's acting. I have to see him do more stuff.
I think he did a decent job because he's like a old school like Mayan dude. Like only gives a fuck about like his family and his people,
Yeah.
and is not corrupted by anything else.
Well, I ain't got nothing wrong with all that.
I think he did a good job.
You know what they're also doing is like in Black Panther, a chick made an Iron Man suit in a garage. In Ant-Man, this random girl made a quantum
Yeah,
device.
Genius.
like
Geniuses,
everybody
bruh.
too fucking smart, bro.
Everybody's too smart.
Everyone's too smart,
It
bro.
used to be a big deal.
They're power scaling their universe up.
Oh, for sure.
Because people aren't gonna want to sit around and watch origin stories for every. I would, but
It worked.
not everybody
It
else
did
is.
work. It did work.
Because but they're probably worried people have already seen it. They don't want to see that again. But it's like I would, because this lady is now fighting side by side with other people. Like,
Who's this lady? Which lady are we talking
well,
about?
you could use it in either movie. They're both young females.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking about Ant-Man's daughter or you're talking about Ironheart.
Yeah, like an Ironheart solo movie, I would have watched it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But like, do that first.
Ant-Man's daughter solo movie, probably wouldn't want to watch it. You probably could have missed me with that one. Honestly.
Coming out with the Ironheart show.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Like, you see that they're coming out with the Captain Marvel, the Marvel, it's like
Marvels or whatever.
the Marvels. Looks garbage.
I didn't
Don't
even
even-
like Captain Marvel the movie.
Facts. Looks garbage. Not going to watch it. Anyways, so yeah.
Damn, is Captain Marvel better than Ant-Man?
Fuck no. No. No.
Captain Marvel's worse?
I legit can't even remember what Captain Marvel was about.
I remember.
It was mid.
Yeah,
It was
tough.
mid. I just think the
And
acting and
Samuel
and
Jackson was in it, and he did good. He's always entertaining.
I think the acting in Quantumania was just better
Oh, by
from
far.
King.
Acting, yes.
Like they all did. Even the mom did a great job.
Yeah.
Hope or the
Hope.
old lady.
The old lady.
Oh,
I think she did a good job
First scenes
acting.
with Kang, those were good.
Those are good scenes. Yeah, the beginning scenes with King were fire, and then like it just started.
he is really good.
It just messed up once they got into
All that other stuff. Like they could have done completely without the rebellion down there, all that stuff. I didn't need that in the movie, you know? Like you didn't really need it.
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of need it just because like it's an Ant-Man movie. It's not a Kang movie. Because like realistically, like who else is gonna stop? You gotta get a gang of motherfuckers to stop Kang. Like it can't just be Ant-Man down there and fucking up Kang. It's got to be a gang of motherfuckers fucking up Kang. Can't just be one motherfucker. It can't be It just can't be Ant-Man. No. Like maybe it was just the wrong movie to introduce Kang to. How about that? I think that's what it was.
At least that much of him.
Yeah, at least that much. It should have just been a little. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. Like they could have introduced him in Guardians of the Galaxy, and that probably would have been a better movie.
I don't fuck with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like
What?
Crazy.
That's crazy.
I like the movies.
That's
but
crazy.
I wouldn't put them on a power level
Above Ant-Man?
Not really.
I don't know.
Look at this.
I don't know.
Jesse's like, I've been waiting for these conversations. All right, before he gets addicted, I guess we're going to keep moving on.
I don't know. That was good, though.
Damn. God damn.
That nigga's half celestial. I can't. My bad. That man, motherfucker is half celestial god.
He's talking about Chris Pratt's character, Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
How you gonna do that to a character and take it away from him immediately?
Yeah, he's like, does he still have celestial power now that he's killed his father?
I don't know if they said no.
They said no.
I think he still does, but he just doesn't know what his celestial power is.
What was his dad? Just a big planet? Man, fuck that celestial.
It's just a celestial.
Meh.
Anyways, well, back into entertainment. Let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Whew, over 112 million people watch that motherfucker on average.
You know that's not even the most watched thing on television?
No, it's a World Cup.
No, it's not the World Cup.
What is it?
It's cricket. The cricket like finals is one of the most watched sports.
Can we fact check that? Fact check.
Cricket.
No,
I swear to God,
beats the World Cup.
Beats the World Cup.
The World Cup only happens once every 4 years, and it's every
cricket,
nation.
Bro. It's cricket, bro. One of the
I couldn't tell you a single rule of cricket.
You know, one of the most like popular cricket players has more followers than LeBron James. Like,
I don't believe that.
Like a lot more.
It's a multinational sport.
It's like a lot more. Like more than Messi, probably.
I don't see cricket on this list. I have Super Bowl at 112 million views, the World Series at 14.3 million. But what is that?
Is this
just U.S.?
Is this U.S.?
Because the World Cup does have more than the Super Bowl.
I was going to say, and the World Series.
The World Series doesn't have more than the Super Bowl?
No, I'm saying the World Cup has more views than the World Series.
Yes.
By
far.
a shit ton.
But it's kind of hard. Like they put the Olympics in here, but the Olympics are stretched over so long, they're going to get more views rather than the Super Bowl. It's on one day, you know. And then it's a FIFA World Cup right after that.
What'd you look up?
I just need World Cup final.
Most watched sport event in the world.
Oh, most watched. Okay.
Sport final in the world.
Well, no, you don't need to do. You don't need a final, but World Cup is what
World
final.
Cup is the most watched sporting event international.
How many? I think it was like a billion.
A billion?
I think it was a billion.
No way. A billion?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So the Cricket World Cup had 2.6 billion viewers. 2.6 billion viewers. Cricket World Cup.
What?
Okay, so technically it's the Tour de France at 3.5 billion viewers for the Tour de France. And then the World Cup had 3.3 billion viewers. And then the Cricket World Cup had 2.6 billion viewers.
How much did the World Cup have?
3.3.
3.3.
So yeah, the World Cup was over that.
Over that. But the Tour de France had more than that?
Tour de France had 3.5.
What? Who's watching that?
I don't know who the fuck is watching.
Motherfuckers cycle?
What's crazy is
I only know one motherfucker.
Super Bowl's at the bottom of the list.
Well, yeah, it's just an American sport.
Yeah.
Outside of the betting opportunities, most other countries don't get involved that much.
Even the UEFA Championship League has more views.
Yeah.
Boxing still has more views.
Again,
1 billion views.
Again, international.
Winter Games,
International.
2 billion views. Cricket World Cup, 2.6 billion views.
I wonder how much the Masters.
It was one of the most watched things until this last World Cup. This last World Cup passed it.
Passed it.
Half the population in the world watched the World Cup. That's fucking wild.
I still like football more. I'll watch Super Bowl over the World Cup.
I love the World Cup though.
It's good. We've talked about that though, the anthems and shit like that. But no, yeah, super happy with the Chiefs winning, especially with how kind of young that team was. Like I knew a lot of people weren't on the team before, but when they did their sports parade or the like Super Bowl parade, the GM Brett Veach came out and he kind of had a little speech. 22 of those players weren't on the team last year, and of those 22 players, 11 of them, it was their first season in the NFL.
Wow.
That shit blew my mind.
Melvin Gordon is one of them.
He was one of the 22, yeah. That he wasn't on the team last year.
Because he was on the Broncos last year.
Yeah. But it was like we had three starters on defense that were all rookies. Pacheco is a rookie.
Rookie running back.
Yeah, he was a 7th-round draft pick. Sky Moore was like a 4th-round draft pick. So the cool thing is we got there, and we're not spending a ton of money to do it, and hopefully we have more opportunities over the next couple of years to do it. And I'm just trying to live in this moment, honestly, as a Chiefs fan, because it didn't happen the first, 20 years of my life as a Chiefs fan. So really watching this now, I'm just trying to, really enjoy it.
Everyone gets their moment.
Except the Chargers.
Our moment's coming.
I'm just kidding. I mean, honestly, watching that back in the early 2000s with LT and Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates was still amazing to watch.
Our moment's coming. Every Chargers fan out there, our moment is coming. Don't worry. I can feel it boiling up. Boiling up, baby. So how do you feel about what? How do you feel about the Super Bowl as a whole? Do you think it was good calls, bad calls?
Great call.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
What
about the Eagles call? What about the Eagles holding call? Be realistic. You think that was a good call?
I mean, you can go either way with that call. Obviously, it was a hold. The guy admitted it was a hold. There again, people are correct. Holds happen all the time. Do they get called? Do they not get called?
You can't make it. You can't make that call in that game during that time, though.
The holding call.
What? There was
So do you think that'll go?
If you watch the whole play, there's 3 in that one route. There's 3 separate holds that occurred.
Well, so in that route, because he's playing press coverage in the first 5 yards, which is okay. Yes. So those don't get called.
Well,
once he turns.
Well, he's not allowed to turn his body like that, though.
I know, but once he turns, there's like a slight tug. But on both ends, there's a slight tug on the right receiver of a push off, and then there's a slight hold on the push off. And then there's the second turn where he catches the wrong hand on the left side of his body, and it's like a 2-second grab, and then up the field.
The guy admitted it's a hold. We all see that it's a hold. We're just talking about, should that ref called it, blah, blah, blah. Don't leave the game up to the refs. It's the same as the UFC. Don't let the fight go to the judges.
You know that ref squad has one of the highest penalties.
Mm-hmm. And we all knew that coming into the game.
Counts.
And both sides had penalties, and both sides had calls go either way. Obviously, there were some catches that game.
What about
arguable?
What about the conspiracy theory that the field keeper set this all up? Because the Eagles did switch out some cleats. There was a big old pile of cleats that got switched out. What about the Chiefs?
Everybody played on the same grass. And actually, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce already broke it down for us. When you look at the defensive pressure applied by the Kansas City Chiefs to the Eagles quarterback, they slipped, I believe it was 18% of the time. When the Eagles rushers rushed against Patrick Mahomes, they slipped 30% of the time.
38% of the time, actually.
I think it's like 32. But
it's like 38.
I don't know. I'd have to look it
double.
up. But it's sure.
Double the amount of times? Greenskeepers just happens to be a great Chiefs fan?
They grew this grass. What are they supposed to do? Hey, you going to be playing on extra slippery grass. Make your cleats longer. What?
I mean...
That's ridiculous.
I'm just saying.
That's worse than the holding
I'm
call.
just wondering. I'm just wondering. I'm just putting the conspiracy out there. You can just take it or leave it.
Now I know how the Eagles fans felt. Not Deflategate, because fuck Tom Brady for that one. Like, how you not know that the football was like way down, but like everything else.
He playing in the moment.
Huh?
He playing in the moment. Or like Tom Brady's call back in, forgot what it was, the fumble call, when they switched it up in the NFL as a forward pass, and then that rule got abolished like literally like the next season.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, it should have been fumble. Or the no call on this the Saints and Saints and Vikings.
That was bad.
To put them in the Super Bowl? Was it Saints and Vikings?
No, Saints and Rams.
Oh, yeah, Saints and Rams to put the Rams in the Super Bowl. That was a fucking terrible no call. Pass interference got smoked on the
terrible. But again, like, so when it comes down to the game, like, the Chiefs just played better in the second half.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When it comes down to it.
I'll give you that.
And their defense just didn't have an answer for it.
I give you that.
Do I think that was a great team? Yeah. Do I think these teams will probably see each other again? The only way, obviously, that happens is in the Super Bowl. Huge possibility.
I don't think the Eagles will go to the Super Bowl again.
Well, it all depends on how much money Jalen Hurts takes, in my opinion, because he has a lot of Pro Bowlers around him. But if Jalen goes and gets a max contract, they won't be able to keep that team together. Plus, Jason Kelsey's talked about retiring. The only reason Jason Kelsey stayed these last two seasons is because of Jalen. Yeah. And like that O-line, the average weight of that O-line is 330 pounds.
Some big boys.
Bro.
That O-line looks so stupid, bro. They probably have the best O-line in the fucking league.
So if they keep that O-line together.
Damn, that O-line is big.
Jalen Hurts doesn't take.
Some big boys.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts doesn't take a max contract to be the number one paid like quarterback in the league. And they maintain most of their defense, and their defensive coordinator pulls his head out of his ass. They'll probably go to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, it's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah, tons of what ifs, right?
Excited for next season already.
Facts. You guys got a new offensive coordinator?
Offensive coordinator and QB coach. Got my boy from Dallas, bro. So hype.
That's good.
So hype. We might drop Keenan Allen though.
I heard for a second round draft pick. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's to open up capital.
Yeah.
Because they want to keep Justin Herbert.
But it's Keenan Allen.
Because if it's Keenan Allen over Justin Herbert, I'm taking Justin Herbert. Get Keenan Allen's old injury-prone ass out of there.
So,
not saying he's not a great wide receiver, but it's to open up capital. And
I don't like that every year, like another player wants like a max, like highest paid contract.
Because we're already maxing out with Derwin James.
Yeah.
And then we also have Joey Bosa that's getting paid. We also have. Obviously, we need to pay.
Somebody's got to sacrifice.
Exactly.
Their income, not a player, but like their income.
Well, we have Keenan Allen. We have Mike Will, again, that we want to pay.
Yeah. And he's never healthy.
Exactly. So it's like, who realistically, who do you get rid of? Then you also have Khalil Mack that you got to pay. Like, you got a lot of big names on that team that you got to pay because they are big name players. Like, Khalil Mack is one of the best, like, rushers in the league. Like, pass rushers in the league.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to pay him. Derwin James is the best safety in the league, hands down. You have to pay him. Joey Bosa, another great pass rusher in the league, you got to pay him. So it's like all these Mike Will, one of the best wide receivers in the league, you got to pay him. And then now you're opening up capital for Justin Herbert, who needs a bigger contract. So somebody's got to get up out of there. And then you got Rashawn Slater. Like, you got a bunch of people that you just got to build capital for. And
yeah.
It's just someone's got to get up. Someone's got to bite the bullet.
They shouldn't have paid all these other people early on, knowing that they were going to have young quarterbacks.
I mean, you can't predict the future.
I mean, but you guys got rid of Rivers how long ago? You knew you don't have to offer. If you like these quarterbacks, you don't have to offer them a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's if they're good quarterbacks. We never knew Justin Herbert would be this great.
No.
Like, we could have got a fucking what's his name from the rookie quarterback from the Cardinals, like Kyle Murray. Like, we could have got
Kyle Murray's good.
He's not that good.
He's good. I think it's more him and his interpersonal relations. And,
he's not that good.
And his like lack of.
That's what makes you good.
Effort.
But that's what makes you good.
But the eye test, he's good.
Like, he plays good.
Yeah.
Like, he can play good, but if you don't have good offensive chemistry with your team and you don't have a good personal attitude, like, you're not good. I won't pay you at all. I'd much rather get a.
Where did Herbert go in the draft? Do you remember?
I think he was first round, but I think he was like the 12th pick.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or 7th pick. My bad, 7th pick.
I hate somebody's got to take the pay cut, and I think Patrick Mahomes in the last 10 years was like the highest paid quarterback to win a Super Bowl, because it's like Tom Brady was taking less money outside of his time in Tampa, but still he wasn't taking like the highest paid in the league. Aaron Rodgers taking highest paid, not getting there, and stuff like that. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, realistically, I think Keenan Allen is a great wide receiver. I think I would love to keep him. If anyone needs to take the pay cut, I say it's Keenan Allen.
Really?
Like,
you think it's better than
I want to drop
the other
him.
guy?
I want to drop who? Then Mike Will? No, I think Mike Will is way better.
Really?
He has the
when Keenan's healthy?
He has the height advantage and he has the better hands.
Yeah, but Keenan's routes are nasty.
Keenan's routes are nasty, but if I'm throwing the deep ball, I'd much rather throw it to Mike. Mike's proved himself that he's going to catch that deep ball every time. And like Keenan Allen's routes are disgusting. Like his route running skills are just crazy. But I think, do you pick a younger dude or you pick an older dude? You got 3 more years with Keenan Allen max, maybe, and then you got another like 12 with Mike, 8 with Mike.
Take Mike.
For sure, take Mike.
Low key, I wouldn't be mad if you all got rid of Bosa. He's good, but
also injury prone.
And I feel like his emotional intelligence. Obviously, a lot of defensive players are known to have very emotionally charged people.
Yeah. But I mean, I'd take him. When he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
But I mean, when he's
off, he's off.
If someone has to take a pay cut, I'd say it has to be Keenan Allen.
But the only way to get him off his contract is, I believe, to trade him.
No,
because when's his contract?
His contract's up. I think his contract's up this year.
Oh, so you're just trying to trade him before he goes to free agency?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Well, I think they're either trying to trade him or
because I heard it. I forget who it was with, but they were trying to send him somewhere for a 2nd round draft pick.
Which is fine. We'll get a nice ass wide receiver in the 2nd round.
Yeah. Bro, that's the crazy thing is like you see all these people going deep into the drafts and they're getting some really solid players.
Yeah, some decent players in the 2nd round.
Like I say
decent players. Like what's old boy?
Like I think Pacheco will be a top 5 running back next year.
If your O-line keeps making holes for him.
Yeah. There's some of those holes I was telling you I could have drove my fucking car through.
Stop.
But he just runs so angry. But
he's a rookie running back, wants to prove something, so that's good.
Overall, anything surprising about the season? Anything you think will be a big change going into next year? Outside of like some of the quarterbacks are going to shuffle around, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tom Brady retiring was one of the bigger things. I think there's going to be a lot of like just great talent coming out of college because there's some crazy kids in college right now, and I think the draft is going to free up a lot of like talent space for old heads to get out. And because like we can already see the era changing and like there's not really too many big names that we grew up with that are still in the league. And I think this next draft is just going to basically like shovel the rest of them out.
Keep doing that. Yeah.
So realistically, I think this next draft is the one that's going to be like the era changer.
Speaking of like old heads and like era changes, switching sports here on you, I'm sorry. But you haven't been watching it, but like on Netflix, that docuseries, Full Swing, you got to go watch it. First off.
Full Swing.
That shit I'm addicted. It's been out like one day. I'm 5 episodes in. But did you see Tiger Woods is playing again? He played in his first tournament.
Up in Riverside, baby.
Yeah. This Thursday, Friday. And he's actually playing lights out.
Tiger Woods is him.
He is him. Did you see where he outdrove, what's his name, Justin Thomas?
Yeah.
And he handed his boy a tampon?
Fucking gangster, bro.
Bro,
Tiger Woods is him. He's literally him, bro.
I think it's crazy how much the sport of golf has been blowing up. Like Netflix doing that docuseries, Jordan doing collabs. The Super Bowl, the Budweiser commercial
had a whole ass golf, bro. Yeah, just wait. Got some good golf content coming for you. I said we got some good golf content coming for you. It's gonna be heat.
Speaking of other good stuff coming, I see you wearing a new hat there.
You see the hat, bro. It says Huddle. If you want one, bro, DM me, bro, or DM DM the chat, bro.
Know what it is.
We'll slide you on. You see the hat. It's tight because you just think it says hustle on it. Then you look a little closer and it says huddle, baby.
That is cold.
That's cold. But yeah, I mean, everything is crazy in the sports industry right now, and I think obviously like NBA has a lot of crazy trades that we talked about too that we need to talk about. KD going to the Suns.
Oof.
Kyrie going to the Mavs.
I love
Russell Westbrook going to the Clippers.
Yeah, get his ass out of it.
What's his
Lakers.
name? What's his name going over to the Lakers?
D'Angelo. That's good. It's coming home for him. That's cool.
It's good.
After he's matured and shit, I think that's really good for him.
Just a lot of heat trades going on, and the West is so
stacked.
heavy, bro.
Congratulations, John Morant. You said you weren't worried about the West.
Bro, honestly. I'm a little scared because Nuggets are number one in the West right now, and that's the way it should be, baby.
Damn.
Dogs.
You think they'll take the Western Conference, or do you think it's just kind of like an in-season thing?
So I think it depends on how the Suns team is looking, because I think realistically the only team that's going to compete with them is that Suns team.
That Suns team is so scary.
Just because the Mavs aren't big enough, they don't have enough height to compete with the Nuggets. And yeah, Kyrie's cold, but he ain't a game changer to take you to the Western Conference Finals. He's not. Him and Luka is a good combo, but it's not enough to get you there. Like, who you got coming off the bench? No one.
Didn't they go without him? Well, this is a different West now. But
yeah, it's a different West. Completely different now.
They do. I would like to get some size, but that's if it was a 1-game series. I'd say they could beat anybody, but in a 7-game series, it's gonna be tough for them.
No, yeah, 7-game, no. 1 game, maybe. And it depends on that again. The Suns team, I think the Suns team is probably
because they kept some size, they kept some good defensive players.
That's the one team that you got to look out for. And like, as I hate Chris Paul. I think he's just going to be the chink in the armor. So people are going to just expose Chris Paul.
But he doesn't have an ego, so I feel like he's a good go-between. Now, he has one, but not on the court.
Chris Paul got ego.
He has a star ego, but as a point guard, he doesn't have an ego.
As in, like, he wants to be a point scorer?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
So
that's because he can't. That's because he's smart enough to know that he can't score points.
So I think
on this NBA, he will get his shit put through the bleachers. If he drives on anyone in the NBA, it's getting put through the bleachers.
So he's a good teammate.
So he knows that. So he's a facilitator.
Yes.
He's a good facilitator now.
He's a good point guard.
Facilitator.
Good point guard.
No, facilitator. We'll go with good facilitator because he's not a good point guard because I need my point guard to also score points.
He'll give you 15.
Point guard. He will give you maybe 8 at most. He'll give you a good solid 8.
He'll give you 15.
He ain't giving you 15 on who?
As long as it's not
He'll give you 15 on the Kings maybe, but he ain't giving you 15 on the Nuggets.
No. Probably not.
He's not giving you 15 on the Lakers. He's not giving you 15 on the Mavs.
He might now. If you got D Book on the floor and KD on the floor, he's gonna have an open lane.
He's gonna have open lane? You think he's making moves to get an open lane?
He won't have to.
He's gonna be sitting on the key, bro, waiting, facilitating. He's gonna get the ball swinging to the left. He knows better.
That's his role.
He knows better. He knows better.
But I think the West gonna be crazy. Man, I'm so pissed off. Football's over, but I am excited that we got golf in full swing. We got. No pun intended there. That was for real. But then you got NBA coming around. We're going into like 70% way through the season. We're going into the All-Star break right now.
Yeah, I love NBA. I love watching NBA.
NBA playoffs is good.
I love all NBA. I love watching all the NBA.
Oh, anything
NBA. I love watching.
Jeez.
Just because there's always a game. You can always watch a game any day of the week. There's always a game on, and it's probably a good game.
Meh.
There's for sure at least a good game on every day of the week.
They've gotten better about resting lately. So I'll agree with that.
Solid.
That shit used to fucking drive me insane.
Solid games.
That's good.
I love the NBA. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the episode. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Follow us on all of it. You know, just do me a favor. It's Black History Month. Show some love.